be a perfect fit for the Lakers, and the Lakers are trying to get it done, and they may get it done. The thing about what the Lakers are is with what they've got on their roster and what they've got, to maneuver under the apron with eventually also re-signing LeBron James, they're a step away.
Bay Area is Draymond Green. The Morning Roast with Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky is live on YouTube and Twitch right now. Time for you to like and subscribe.
You heard Draymond. Like and subscribe, baby. You better do it right now. Warriors Offseason Summit. It is coming up July 8th, 4 to 6 p.m. And here are the details. Willard Dibs get the party started at 2 p.m. That'll be rocking and rolling. All right? Right there from the rooftop terrace. Location, Fremont Bank, 39150 Fremont Boulevard in Fremont. And then, of course, the rest of the crew will join Willard Dibs from 4 to 6 p.m.
Yay!
Space is limited, so you better go to 957thegame.com right now to reserve your spot in this Warriors Offseason Summit. We're going to know a lot more. We'll probably know where Klay Thompson's going to be playing. And hopefully it's not with the LA Lakers. Oh, my gosh. He does look good. The Photoshops, he looks really good as a Laker. Hashtag pause. But I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
now, Paul George is going from one red and blue team, the LA Clippers, to another red, white, and blue team, the Philadelphia 76ers. Paul George signs a 4-year, $212 million deal with Philadelphia to team up with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, where's Brandon Ingram going to go? The Pels look like they're shopping him. By the way, we saw DeJounte Murray get traded from Atlanta to New Orleans. I like that move a lot with DeJounte Murray. I don't know if he was an option with the Golden State Warriors. We had Slater here last week. He said Warriors weren't too high on DeJounte Murray. So now he goes to the New Orleans Pelicans. Isaiah Hartenstein signs with the OKC Thunder. 3 years, $87 million. A big. He played really big with the New York Knicks. He's a solid big man. Now he pairs up with Chet Holmgren, gives him some beef inside. Here comes Oklahoma City, looking to reclaim that number one spot and go deeper into the playoffs after losing in 6 to the Dallas Mavericks. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he goes to Orlando for 3 years, $66 million. So what else is Orlando going to do? Where's the market for Klay Thompson? Will the Warriors make any more moves? Will they make any more trades? They tried to make the big trade for Paul George. The Clippers said, no. We'll get to the details in just a second here. So a lot is going on this morning. We may get breaking news about Klay Thompson during the show. Who knows? But the big story for the Golden State Warriors is after being drafted number 11 overall in 2011. One of the key figures of this roster in this organization for many, many years. One of the big three. We just had 11/30/23 day last season. Klay Thompson, when next season starts, will not be wearing a Golden State Warriors jersey. That's a bit sad. That is sad.
I don't know. In my mind, I was prepared for him to go to a team that I didn't have an emotional pent-up rage towards. I was like, oh, okay. Like, if he goes to the 76ers, like, I don't have that much, vitriol toward. I mean, I don't like Philly, but I don't, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, Orlando, like, okay, the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Of all the places to land,
the Lakers.
The Lakers.
The Lakers.
Giambi left and went to the Yankees. I mean, they had literally just played each other in the playoffs.
Yep.
And he was in the middle of his career and signed a monster deal that the A's, we thought couldn't match.
Right.
This really feels like, this is, you're going to go team up with LeBron and the Lakers. Now, I understand he has Laker ties. LeBron and the Lakers, of all the places?
Boy, from being included in a potential deal for LeBron in the middle of the season to going back and playing with the LA Lakers and being with LeBron and Bronny.
That doesn't sit well with me.
Anthony Davis and his father, Michael Thompson.
It's too much for me.
It's a team he grew up watching. It's a team he grew up rooting for. He knows Staples Center or /crypto.com arena very, very well. He's toured all those hallways. Now, Dallas, I think, is the better fit because Luka and Kyrie get downhill. They break down the defense, and then you got Klay Thompson wide open on the three-point line with Lively and Gafford. That's a hell of a team, too. But if Klay Thompson goes to the Lakers, oh, no. Oh, my Lord. Talk about the drama. Oh, that would be crushing. Let's go to...
That's gone too far.
Miles in Fort Mason. What's happening, man? You're on the roast.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Happy early 4th of July to you guys.
Thank you.
And, I was at first going to kind of have my Klay memories, but I'll call in another day for that. But I think in terms of where we go from here, we had a couple, within a few hours there, we have the Paul George news going to the Sixers. Chris Paul is waived. Now Klay is out. It's like 3 strikes in a row to where, I'm kind of wondering what the remaining options are for Dunleavy and Lacob, even in a best-case scenario. So count me as a little skeptical. I won't say that it's over, but it's just that it's not looking good. And to your guys' point earlier, how do we sell this to the fans? How do we sell this to Steph? To where I think he does start to really think about how much a 5th title means to him and, looking elsewhere. So tough day. Jerry Rice left the Niners. Montana left the Niners. It feels like a similar day to that. So we got to pick up the pieces.
You know what's funny? Was it Saturday or Sunday? Was it Saturday or was it yesterday? Saturday, NFL Network. You know what game they were showing? They were airing the Niners-Chiefs game. Montana's first game against the 49ers at Arrowhead Stadium.
93.
I was like, why the hell is this airing?
Yeah.
And I'm watching it. And I watched it. Niners down 24-14.
Played unbelievable.
Steve Young's getting knocked around by Derek Thomas.
Was it Kimball Anders
Smith,
making plays in that game?
Number 38. But I'm sitting there watching it like, why are they showing this game? Why? And I'm thinking like, wow, Montana really did get traded from the 49ers. Joe Montana.
But he went to the Chiefs.
He went to the Chiefs.
He didn't go to the Rams.
He didn't go to the Rams. He went to the Chiefs.
They had a deal in place, apparently, where they would get a better pick from the Arizona Cardinals, which at the time were the Phoenix Cardinals.
Phoenix Cardinals in the NFC
And
East.
DeBartolo basically told Dwight Clark, who was one of the assistant GMs, I will never trade him to a team that I'd face in the NFC. So that was the understanding at the time. Now, again, they also traded him and ended up getting Dana Stubblefield for it. But that was a little different.
It was a little different, but I still.
Who was he handing the ball off to? Marcus Allen. Who was a Raider for
Marcus Allen. Yep. But no, still though, it's like I know how it worked out and the details and everything. But still, Joe Montana wearing the Chief helmet.
It never sat right with anyone.
He's not wearing a 49er helmet. He's wearing a Chief helmet. And so now when it comes to Klay Thompson, whether it's an Orlando jersey, a Philly jersey, a Laker jersey, or a Maverick jersey, the fact is he won't be wearing a Warrior jersey. And that's something I just did not see happening whatsoever, but it takes 2 to tango again. It's like the theme of the show. The Warriors offered 2 years, $48 million. Whether Klay Thompson was not happy about the money or the years, I always thought it was the years. Now let's see what he gets on this new deal. Obviously, there was something that was deeply rooted to the point where Klay Thompson's like, I got to go bye-bye. I have to go bye-bye. The only NBA home I've known, and after hearing his father for many, many years, they're going to all finish together, blah, 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 blah. It's come to this, Shasky. We're praying and hoping that he doesn't end up with the LA Lakers.
I don't know what else to say to you. It's like it feels like his mind is made up. He's going to try to, go where it best suits him, and it's going to, it's part of it. I don't know you can't have it both ways, right? Like Warrior fans, you can't have Draymond at the number that he was making and not be up against it when it comes to the salary cap. You can't have Draymond at the years he was making and not upset Klay Thompson. Like, again, the CBA has put them in this position.
Yep. No doubt.
They couldn't keep everyone.
Yep.
And to the caller's point about Steph Curry, to a degree, I would turn to Steph Curry and say, you kind of signed up for this. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you want to play with your guys. Like, maybe if you would have been at a different point in your career earlier and you had been more proactive in terms of changing the roster a little, we wouldn't be stuck in this situation. So, like, you can't ride with your guys till the wheels fall off, and then the wheels start falling off and say, hey, where's my parachute? Like, that's not fair. Now, he could because he has the leverage, but I'm saying, like, that's not fair.
Yeah, no doubt. Super chat here from Richie, and we'll get to the lines in just a second. Great morning show, Bonte. Joe, happy 4th of July. I'm not worried about the Warriors and Klay. All right, that's cool. Drink away then. According to Tim Kawakabe's article over the weekend in The Athletic, there's a lot of interesting nuggets here. One, Paul George didn't want to come to the Golden State Warriors. He gave the Clippers a strong indication of that. He really did. But the Clippers just did not want to play ball. They kept raising the price. And I always thought, well, we had Slater and he goes, they don't have much leverage, so they're going to have to take what the Warriors give them. But then the article comes out Friday from Slater and Amick saying that the Denver Nuggets had to back off saying, no, that's too much. We're not giving up that many picks for Paul George. So that happened, right? So the Warriors had offered the Clippers multiple trade packages that included Jonathan Kuminga and much, much more. But the Clippers kept raising the price. And the other thing was Steph and Draymond were 100% on board with the move. So that's important here. They were 100% on board with this.
Okay.
So the Warriors would have had to bend over and give the Clippers not only players, but multiple picks for Paul George and then give them a max deal, which they were willing to do. The Warriors were willing to do it. So it's not like they didn't try to go get Paul George. It's not like they just sat on their butts and said, no, let's just twiddle our thumbs and just see how this goes. No, they were active in trying to get Paul George. The Clippers said no at the end of the day.
And we don't know the exact reasoning. I'm deducing that the Clippers basically told themselves, what's better, this haul of players that we get, whether we like those players or not, or the financial relief, because if we're in the apron, we can't do X, Y, and Z.
Financial relief is what they chose.
So, yeah, they chose the finances. And it's I mean, this is where we're at. We've talked about pocket watching for like months in all the sports, and I keep saying that, like, dude, now more than ever, if you're not, as a sports fan, if you're not studying the finances of these teams, of these leagues, you're kind of at a talking disadvantage when it comes to how business is being conducted. I'm just seeing all of these deals that are all around the league, and I'm saying to myself, all these teams are realizing whoever they pay the 2 max deals to, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, which is why when we talked about the Toronto Raptors, for example, like, okay, you're taking Emmanuel Quickly and Scotty Barnes. Good for you. I can't take you serious, you know, in terms of winning championships for the next couple of years. Like, and that's why, going back to Draymond, and he didn't even get a full max, but getting $25 million a year, and him and Wiggins, when you look at those 2 deals, they're tough to move.
And not only that, the reason why they're tougher to move is because they have player options. Both of them. They have player options. The CP3 deal, the Warriors had a team option. So that's why they waived CP3. And now CP3 is in San Antonio, but they couldn't find a trade partner for CP3. Not like they didn't try. They got the deadline extended for the $30 million guarantee. And then come Sunday, Chris Paul's like, yeah, we're not going to extend it anymore.
I mean,
that's it.
He got a 1 year, $11 million deal
so,
from a team with a lot of cash.
Right, a lot of cash. So he was like, look, I know I'm gone, but a team's not going to trade for him when they know, okay, the Warriors are probably just going to end up waiving him. So how about this, though? Just looking back at the Clippers and laugh at them a little bit. Their trade recap. So they trade Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari. OKC, the Thunder received Gallinari, SGA, Miami's first-round pick, which turned into Trey Mann, the Clippers 2022 first-round pick, which turned into Jalen Williams from Santa Clara, the Clippers 2024 first-round pick, the Clippers 2026 first-round pick, a 2025 pick swap, and a future first-round pick via the Miami Heat. And the Clippers, all they receive is Paul George.
Well, I mean...
And they get one Western Conference final.
I hear you, but... let's look at what the Warriors deal with the Wizards. They got Chris Paul and waived him for nothing. The Wizards got Patrick Baldwin Jr., Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins, a 2027 second-round pick, a 2030 first-round pick, and cash.
Yeah, but that's not close to what the Clippers gave up.
I know, but I'm just saying, like...
And the Clipper and the Warriors had won championships. They had one championship, so you get the Clippers have done anything, and they trade for Paul George to give a Godfather deal to Oklahoma City. That may be the worst deal possibly in NBA history, considering what the Clippers got back in return and what they did on the basketball court. Paul George, last year he played 74 games. Previous 4 seasons, what were that? Spadoni, 56, 55, 54. Whoa. And now OKC is set up not only with SGA, an MVP candidate, a guy who finished in the top 3 in the MVP voting, and Chet, and Jalen Williams, and money. Now they got Hartenstein 3 years, $87 million. Now OKC, hell, they just got to the second round and they didn't even know what they were doing in the playoffs yet.
Well, all we can do if you're is let's see who they make the wrong mistake of paying is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have to, again, to the same point, they will get expensive in a couple of years, and they will have to move off of a couple of those guys who are expensive. Like,
maybe.
This is, CJ McCollum was representing the players in the CBA negotiations. Hey, CJ, congratulations. You created zero middle class in the NBA. Good job, bud.
Parity, right? Everybody wants parity. Well,
until
we've got
it's
parity
here.
Now.
Yeah, until it's here.
We've got parity now. Andre, New York City.